Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Maestro game production, and as you can see, we've played our one game since the last episode, and of course that was at home to Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, this was a very boring game. First half, pretty much nothing happened. Second half, got a little more interesting. So, we scored a nice little scrappy own goal. I will show you that in just a second. And then, Dunk decided to get himself sent off on the 90th minute. Really pointless tackle. I don't know why he did it, but let's have a little look at the goal that separated our two sides. If it will generate. Come on. Sometime today. So, Moha whips in the corner, and it is a lovely finish by Lascelles. Nicely placed finish by their centre-back, and yes, comfortable 1-0 win. But now we head to Old Trafford, for which will be a much more difficult game. So as you can see from the team news, we have Brewster, who picked up a knock in the last game. I did take him off so it wasn't too serious, but he's probably going to miss both of today's games. And Garner is of course ineligible because he's a Manchester United player on loan with us. But Brewster, first of all, he has a pulled thigh, so he's out for 3 to 10 days. And we are playing both of these games in a 4-day span. So, without further ado, let's head down the road to Manchester United's ground. Oh, hey there, I didn't realise you was watching me. Well, we are of course here at Old Trafford and we are outside the East Stand. So we shall continue to make our way in, of course. We've got our match day programmes just here. And this lovely gentleman welcomes us in to the giant outside toilets. Now, of course, this is the car park. So we shall make our way in to, of course, our designated bay, which will be here, our nice little disabled section, because as you all know, we have a few injury issues. But without further ado, let's get into today's game. Okay, ladies and gents, we are finally in the stadium, so we have pretty much full strength lineup for today's game. So we have Da Silva Lopez coming in for Garner, who of course is ineligible for today's game. We have Knoll coming in for Brewster, and that means our bench now consists of Messenhola, Freeman, Kobold, Stewart, Henriksen, Below and Mahi. The rest of the starters are Bettinelli, Weiss, Burke, Peter, Feminina, Pearson, Irvin, Moha and of course Jared Bowen on the right hand side. Manchester United is going for a 4-2-3-1 and there isn't any real weaknesses in that side. Of course we have to deal with De Gea and hopefully Maguire takes it nice and easy on us. Maybe let's go off you, Maguire. You know, let your old team in. Let's just walk past you. Please. Please, Maguire. Help me. But without further ado, we shall see what Carlos thinks. And Carlos thinks we should encourage the team. So, you know what? Let's do it. Gutsy, let's do it. We own Manchester United. We are the better team. There is no team as great as us. And James Goodwin from Sky Sports. Not Georgia Pope for once. He's enthusiastic and we have a great respect. Manchester United's recent good run has them first in the Premier League form table. How much of a threat do they pose? Oh, well, they're a terrible team. Relegation candidates. No. They're a threat, but so are we. We can't be scared of this sort of challenge. We have to embrace it and enjoy the opportunity. That's true. If you're coming up against someone much bigger and stronger, just embrace it. You can't do anything about how good they are, but you can do everything about how good you are. The absence of Ryan Brewster is sure to be felt. How hard will it be without his services? Well, quite a bit. My other striker isn't that much of a runner. Obviously, I'd rather have him available, but I believe in the team selected today. Yeah. Is trial fit enough to last the full duration? I really hope so, otherwise that's going to be a bit of a wasted sub. I've been told he's fit enough to play and seems alright. How useful is Peter's versatility when it comes to team selection? Swiss Army knife, like half of my team. I like to bring in players who can play 3 or 4 different positions. That way, you got injuries, you don't have to worry. Peter to Moha. Moha plays it to Wan-Bissaka though. Wan-Bissaka plays up Greenwood, it's intercepted. Pearson on the ball to Moha. Moha, and he passes it straight back to Pogba. Great one, Moha. And it's the ball over top to Greenwood. 1-on-1 with Bettinelli. Come on, Betty. Good job, Betster. But it is Lingard to take the corner. Lingard whips it in. Burke heads it away. Rashford on the edge of the area. Collects the ball. Nice tackle. No, it's a foul by Burke. And is he going to get a card? It appears he's going to get a card, but of what colour? I would assume yellow. No, he's getting a warning. Thank you, ref. That is a fair judgment. Pogba and Greenwood can't keep the header down. We was let off a little bit there. And if we can just make it to 15-20 minutes there, 0-0, I will give a little bit of praise. Because away day at Manchester United, in fact, I've left it on positive and I really shouldn't have. But Bettinelli with the nice save. We shall actually change that right now. We need to go to our cautious approach. We're on the road against one of the better teams in the league. Going positive, probably not the best idea. If it hasn't caught them off guard, it certainly has caught me off guard. But Moha plays it short to Irvin. Irvin plays it back to De Weiss. De Weiss gets it back up to Irvin. Irvin to De Weiss. We're keeping the ball nicely here, and so we just give it straight back to Rojo. And Maguire, nice ball over the top to Greenwood, and ooh, is it the post? Maguire, that is not what we need you doing. We need you giving the ball away. We need several mistakes from you, Harry. Kiko to Noel. Noel holds the ball up, tries to play it back to Kiko, but Rashford intercepts it, and it's another ball over the top to Greenwood. I believe they may have hired Tony Pulis. Ollie has gone and Tony Pulis is in. I actually have no idea of the management of Manchester United right now in the save. But Everton plays it across field to Rashford. Rashford, and it is wide. Another let off, and we are hanging about in 5th place right now. You know what? If we can steal a draw here, that is big points in my eyes. Nice ball across to Rashford once more. Nice save by Bettinelli, and I apologise once more for the sirens. Unfortunately, I have to have both my windows open right now because it's like a sauna. My bedroom is 24 degrees, or in Fahrenheit, that would be 75.5. Give or take the 0.1 change. Lingard whips one in, Pearson heads it away. And that is a dead highlight, and I have yet to give my praise. So, guys, come on. Don't concede now, and then it will allow me to give you some praise. Lingard plays it across to Rashford. Rashford holds the ball up, plays it across to Pogba. Pogba tries one across, but it is a... Really? Oh, come on. We're going to lose on a penalty. Great. Just as I was about to give some praise. Oh, Betty, you gotta do better. That was an awful penalty by Rashford. Betty. Right. Righty, folks. Right. So, we're going to go back to the positive approach because that was working quite well. So, positive. And we're going to demand some more. A few guys are looking a little bit anxious, and so they should be. We was making a very good go of it until we gave away that penalty. And they're looking frustrated and complacent. This is the perfect time. Unfortunately, we're going into half-time. So, it's Manchester United 1, Hull City 0. They've had 13 shots, we've had 4. 7 on target, we've had 1. 2 total fouls to our 10. 0 yellow cards to 3. 51% possession to our 49. Best performer has been Marcus Rashford. 5 fouls against and an 8 rating as a result. Bettinelli for us with 7 shots saved. and a 7.3 as a result. Struggling to perform is Greenwood, 3 passes complete with a 6.4, and Moha with 4 passes complete with a 6.3. That seems like they should be the other way around, them ratings. But latest scores around the league: Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0, Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 0, Everton 0, Manchester City 0, Leicester 0, Leeds United 0, Norwich 0, Chelsea 1, QPR 0, Sheffield United 0, Southampton 1, West Ham 1. So, Carlos thinks we should sympathise with the boys, and you know what? It hasn't been a dreadful performance, but it's time for everyone to dig deep. We deserve to win this. Go out there and get us a victory. I'm not going to go too hard on the lads because, quite frankly, I don't expect us to get anything from this result. But it would be nice. And it'd be kind of disappointing if we lose this based on the penalty. Let's be honest. If we lose instead of picking up a draw because of that stupid penalty, that won't be great at all. Moha, terrible back pass. Yeah, deserve to be punished. In fact, Moha, you deserve to be punished. With your terrible 6 rating as well. Jesus. Jeez, Moha. Jeez. So, we are in damage limitation, folks. Let's get Stewart off. Actually, what's our fitness is like? Jared Bowen, we're going to rest him up for the Leeds United game. Hopefully he'll be okay for that game, and we shall wait for our third substitution. The third can come on the 65th, around that area, depending on when the highlights, of course, fall. But this game is not looking good. Device to Peter to Bettinelli. We haven't really looked like scoring, to be honest, today. But we also haven't looked like conceding that many. We've held our own to some extent, but we've not really gone on the front foot. But Mahi is looking to change that, and Mahi... he thinks the goal is about 5 times as wide as it actually is. But Wan-Bissaka to Lingard. Lingard back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka whips one in. Rashford. Headed away by Burke. Lopez. Oh, come on, Lopez. You've got to dispossess him there. Don't give away a foul, please. Oh, nice block. Counter, Mahi. Counter. Mahi, you've got help. You've got Noel. Inside. Come on. Fee for it. Fee for it. You know you want to. No, he went alone. Kiko. Kiko to Pearson. Pearson back to Kiko. And it's a dead highlight. Great. So, let's tell the team to show some passion fruit. It's probably going to upset a few of them. No, it's only frustrated Pearson. Only the Pearson. But Manchester United with the throwing. Gets it down to Rashford. Rashford over the top to Greenwood. Greenwood one-on-one with the keeper, and he's tucked it away. Yeah. Mason Greenwood is ripping us apart right now. This is not good. So, what to do? We can't really go for the win, and we can't really shut up shop. There is no positive approach here. The only positives we can take from this is damage limitations. So, Feminina, get off. You're on a yellow card. Don't want you getting a suspension. Then again, I'm not sure if that one will actually pick him up as suspension. But we can reduce his chances. Peter with the corner. Which one in, and De Gea comes and collects. Again, this has been a hard game to take. Burke to Lopez. Lopez comes inside. He does have help on this right hand side. Goes alone though. Story of today's game. Oh, come on, Mahi. Constellation. We are not going away without a goal. That is nice to see. A little bit of heart. We're going to fight to the last minute. Even if we are 3-0 down. Little bit of heart, lads. Little bit of heart. But it's not going to really do much more than that. one little consolation goal, and it's all over, folks. Manchester United 3, Hull City 1. So, they had 28 shots, we had 11. They had 16 on target, we had 4. They had 6 total fouls, we had 23. 1 yellow card to our 5. 47% possession to 53% possession. We actually flipped the possession around. So, best performances were, of course, Marcus Rashford with 9 fouls against and a 9.1. Marcus Bettinelli with 14 shots saved and a 7.4. Struggling to perform was Delot with a 6.5 and a 0% crossing completion ratio. Struggling to perform for us was Moha. He had one mistake that led to a goal and got him a 6 rating as a result. There's a few different milestones, but I'm not going to go through them. So, Carlos thinks we should tell the boys that their effort was excellent. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as excellent, but it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, you as underdogs, you gave best effort. Can't fault you for a 3-1 loss away to Manchester United. There's a bit of heart in that. You know, the lads tried. But let's get into our second game against Leeds United at home in the FA Cup. Okay, ladies and gents, it is derby day, and of course it is the FA Cup. So here at Hull, we have gone all out. And I'm going to stop doing this because it's also making me rather dizzy, spinning it around. So we're going to look up, not at her backside, but over here. So as you can see, we have a lovely arrangement of bouncy castles. We have plenty of people over here, an ice cream van, and a nice selection of cars. But without further ado, let's get into today's FA Cup final. FA Cup third round? Fourth round? FA Cup game against Leeds United. Okay, ladies and gents, so we are finally in the stadium for today's FA Cup fourth round game, and the weather's taken a little turn for the worst. So as you can see, it is now a little bit drizzly. It's not quite the sunny weather it was when we was outside the stadium, but our team for today's game is pretty much untouched. So Noel remains up front. We have Moha on the left, Bowen on the right. Garner, of course, comes back into central midfield alongside Irvin. We have Pearson in defensive mid, White and Beck in central defence. Peter on the left, Freeman on the right, and Bettinelli in goal. Our bench is Messenholer, Hoban, Kobold, Stewart, Henriksen, Below, and Mahi. Leeds United, of course, are coming here with a 4-2-3-1, a nice attacking formation, and they're going for it. I'll give them a bit of props. They're going for it. Our recent form, of course, against Leeds United is 3 victories and a draw. We are currently 2-0, I believe. 2 wins to 0 losses or draws this season. So let's continue that form. Let's head into the match. And first, let's see what Carlos thinks. So Carlos thinks we should tell the team that we expect them to prove a point today. And you know what? I do. So assertively. And I really wonder what's going on that bridge. Because I just heard a massive bang. Like 3 seconds before I recorded this clip. So I'm now really curious to what's going on out there. But anyways, back into the video. Leeds have lost. No. I expect to see a much better performance today. You know what? Let's give the fans something to cheer for. Do it for the fans. Bettinelli. After all, that is why you are here. You are here for the entertainment of the fans. Matthew, it is derby day. How much do you look forward to taking on your local rivals? Well, as we all know, Leeds United are short-sighted, and they've never scored a goal in history. And we won't get into Leeds defenders. But Kevin Lake of Football 365, you devious fellow! It's always a tremendous occasion, and the atmosphere is something to behold. Hopefully we can harness the energy and intensity, yes. How important is it for cool heads to prevail? Honestly, I couldn't care less. Break their legs for all I care. As long as we get the victory, that doesn't matter to me. It's incredibly important to stick to the game plan and not get distracted. I constantly remind the players to do their jobs. Yeah, I don't need to babysit the players. Just, it's a good idea to not get sent off. Hull are unbeaten in 4 matches against Leeds. Yes, as we previously discussed. How much of an edge does this give you? So I've made sure the players know this because they're playing. Okay, gives us a slight edge, could make all the difference. It's important for us to use every tool at our disposal to win. Psychologically, the longer the run lasts, the better chance we have of beating them. Yeah. Let's pile on the psychological pressure for them to beat us. Admittedly, I would say that probably works the other way around. Because, of course, the more we beat them in a row, the more likely they are eventually to break the cycle. But we're going with the psychological angle of the more we win, the less likely they are to win. Steve McQueen plays it to Xavier. Very interesting combination. Steve McQueen, and he's intercepted. Nice one, Jared. Come on, Jared. Jared Bowen whips one across field. It falls to Irvin. Irvin to No. Not the finish we required in that situation, my friend. Not the finish we required. We are 20 minutes in. We are going to demand a little bit more. Whatever their manager has said has boosted their players. Bowen to Freeman. Freeman whips one in. Moha. Oh, come on, Moha. You beauty. It is Moha with his third goal of the season, assisted by Freeman. Because, of course, Kiko couldn't play today due to a suspension. He's the only change from the last game. But nice little cross by Freeman, showing why we brought him in as an addition to this squad. Nice little bit of depth on that right-hand side. Now, 3 or 4 seasons down the line, probably going to have to swap him out because he will be getting a bit old. But he is definitely good for the depth right now. Him and Kiko. But our lads are looking calm and composed. We've even got a little bit of motivation from Noel. Casil plays it out to Costa. Costa on the halfway line plays it back to Shackleton. Shackleton brings it up, but Irvin tackles him. Xavier wins it back though. Steve McQueen on this left-hand side. I realise it's not Steve McQueen, but I will insist on calling him Steve McQueen. Pearson dispossesses Shapov. It's the ball over the top now to Noel. Noel one-on-one with the keeper. Nice save by Casil though. And then the car. The car removes it from danger. But we look to be sneaking in at half-time, and we do. We are sneaking into half-time 1-0 up. Now, some could argue we could be 2-0, 3-0 up, but I will take any lead going into half-time. So the match stats are as follows. We've had 13 shots, they've had 4, 5 on target, they've had 2, 8 total fouls to their 5, 1 yellow card to 0, 56% possession to 44. Our best performer has been Ben Pearson with a 7.1 rating and an 87% passing completion ratio. Their best performer has been Kiko Casilla with a 6.8 and 4 shots saved. Struggling to perform is James Garner with a 6.5 and 4 mistakes. Luke Eiling for them has been struggling with a 6.4 and no reason because. So, the other scores in the FA Cup 4th round right now are Barnsley 0, Middlesbrough 0, Brighton 0, Tottenham 0, Colchester 0, Derby 1, Leicester 1, Huddersfield 1, Luton 0, Blackburn 0, Newcastle 0, Manchester United 1, and it's Greenwood, of course, scoring yet again. Norwich 0, Swansea 0, Preston 0, Wolves 0, Shrewsbury 0, Forest Green 2, Southampton 1, Portsmouth 1, Sunderland 0, Cardiff 0. Lot of nils, I must say. Carlos, tell the team they are expected to prove a point. Assertively. You're playing well, but there's still room for improvement. You can do better. I know you lords can do a little bit better than that. Especially you, Garner. You've made 4 mistakes in that first half. I'm very disappointed in you. But it is Barnford. Burke wins it off Barnford, plays it back to Bertinelli. Bertinelli is just holding the ball up, plays it short to Pearson. Pearson to Garner. Garner out wide to Freeman. Will Freeman try and get down the wing? No, plays it over to Bowen. Bowen inside to Noel. Noel back to Bowen. This is lovely build-up play. Bowen comes inside. Garner. Oh, Casilla. Ah, such lovely build-up play. Unfortunately, not quite the finish. Freeman making a lovely tackle, though, on a yellow card. That could have got a little interesting if he got sent off, I must say. But we are going to make a substitution. So, who is struggling? Garner has picked his game up quite a bit since those 4 mistakes. But Jared's just had a rough game today. Rough couple of games for Jared. So, Mahi can come in for Jarud. He's going to go as a supportive winger. We shall then... Do we want to make a second? Part of me wants to take off Freeman. I don't want to risk Freeman, but there isn't really an adequate replacement. Now, Hoban, he can go out there, he's not great. Kobold can also go out there, also not great. So... do we risk it for the chocolate biscuit? That is the question. I think we're going to risk it, folks. We're going to keep the team pretty much unchanged, make a single substitution, which is rather strange for me, I must say. And hopefully we can hold on. So, Harrison whips in the cross, and it's a lovely collection by Bettinelli at the back post. Now, hopefully, short distribution to DeWeiss. DeWeiss plays it to Peter. Peter plays it across to Garner. Garner, nice ball up to Noel. Noel can't get past the defence, though. Tackled by Cooper, who, I'm guessing he fouled him. Very interesting VR decision, which didn't really amount to much, so I don't see the point in that highlight. But we have 10 minutes remaining. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 3 minutes. And it's all over, folks. We finally made it to full time, and it's a nice comfortable 1-0 win. So we've had 18 shots, they've had 11. We've had 8 on target, they've had 5. 13 fouls to 8. 1 yellow card to 1 yellow card, 54% possession to 46. Our best performance was Freeman with a 100% tackle completion ratio and a 7.6 as a result. Xavier was their best performer with 7 and 12.4 kilometres covered. Struggling to perform for us was Jared Bowen with a 6.4, and struggling to perform for them was Shackleton. 6 mistakes and a 6.2. Sam McQueen, otherwise known as Steve McQueen, made his 25th career appearance for Leeds United. Player of the match, of course, went to Freeman, of all people. So, nice little comfortable victory, and to be honest, Leeds, we did you a favour. You are struggling to stay in the league, and getting you at the FA Cup is a distraction that you don't need. So, a good win, boys. I think that result is going to be nice all round. Because, personally, I'm hoping they stay up. I want to keep the Derby in the Premier League, and I would hate to see them go down. But we win, we get 90,000, and the Morocco boss was spotted, and he was looking at Moha for the Morocco squad. But we are going to go delve into the FA Cup 5th round draw, because that is coming up soon, and then we will establish what fixtures we will be watching in the next episode. So I will see you in the draw in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, it is time, of course, for the 5th round draw of the FA Cup, and we are down to the last 16. So there is Arsenal, there is Barnsley or Middlesbrough, Blackburn, Bournemouth, Cardiff, Brighton or Tottenham, Derby County, Everton, Forest Green, Leicester, us, of course, Liverpool, Norwich, Manchester United, Southampton and Wolverhampton Wanderers. So let's see who we get. So Southampton will be at home to Liverpool. Forest Green will be at home to Manchester United. Cardiff City will be at home to Arsenal. I feel really sorry for them home teams. Liverpool, Manchester United and Arsenal all away. Leicester City will be at home to... Not bad. Not bad at all. So we are away to Leicester City. Let's see who the rest of the teams get. So Everton are at home to Blackburn Rovers. Bournemouth are at home to Norwich. Brighton and Hove Albion or Tottenham Hotspur are at home to Barnsley or Middlesbrough. And that leaves Wolverhampton Wanderers at home to Derby County. So, where do these fall in the fixture list? That is the question. Does it tell us when the date is for these games? Fixtures and results. Do we have to advance? So, 5th round, that will be played. Are you going to tell me the date? I need a date. Please, sir, give me date. Okay, so here we go. 3rd of March. The 3rd of March, eh? So, let's quickly go down the fixture list. February, March, it's dropped down to here. So, we won't be going to Leicester in the next episode. I believe what we'll do is we'll do Sheffield United and Arsenal. So we'll get the nice televised game and we'll get Sheffield United before they go down, I guess. Make the most of playing them in the Premier League. So we'll have Sheffield United and Arsenal. And if there's no changes to the fixtures, I guess we'll do Leicester in the Cup and Aston Villa at home in the episode after that. But thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. I hope you all have a lovely night. And I hope you all have a great 2020. And goodbye.